Hey guys, Sean Bougie, SurplusFundsRiches.com. You can go on the right side of that page. You can put your name and email address in there, get our insider's guide, and get on our newsletter, and have updates. You'll know when we have our webinars. We have them twice a month. They're live question and answer. You're welcome to come for free. There's also on there a link to our Facebook page, our company Facebook page, and that will keep you up to speed. Please like and follow that. And of course, subscribe to this channel, and it'll give you updates on whenever we have free content. And I hope you guys, once you that have watched a couple of my videos, realize it's really good free content. It's not fluff. This is real, experience-driven, serious, deep, knowledgeable information that usually somebody can come out with at least one nugget that they didn't have before they started. Okay? This is going to be a fairly brief one. I want to talk to you guys about separation and divorce and how it impacts your deals. All right? So let's talk about the overage side of it first. With the overage side, you're going to be amazed how many times one of the couple, they've been separated, they're in separation or they're in divorce, and part of the agreement of the separation, and of course, guys, laws are vastly different state to state. But let's say part of that agreement in the separation was she had ownership of the property, okay, deeded, it was supposed to be deeded, and she had ownership, pure ownership, but let's say he was also supposed to continue to make payments on the mortgage or the taxes or whatever for up to a year. Well, what happens, first of all, the attorneys don't record that deed. They don't quit claim or your regular, general warranty deed it over to the person that's supposed to have it. I don't know why. It's just sloppy as hell, but they don't. Okay, so they don't move that property ownership over. And what happens is you're talking to somebody. Okay, let's start with the overage side. You're talking to the wife, and she says, "Hey, the agreement was house was mine, and he was supposed to make payments." Well, there's two issues here. It's already gone to foreclosure and overage has been created. There's two issues. One, there's no deed showing that she's got 100% ownership in that property, which means on paper right now, they both get 50%. Okay? There's actually two more issues on top of that. 3 issues here total. Which means he would still be entitled to 50%. Now, those of you guys with a moral compass are going, dang, he didn't fulfill his side of the deal, and he's going to get 50% of this overage? That's bull, right? So, but that's, guys, we don't, can't legislate morality. You can't, the deed's the deed. Here's the other thing you need to understand. I've never seen a recorded separation agreement, ever. I'm sure they're out there with redactions as far as certain information in them. I've never seen it. My divorce was final in February of this year, 2019. Our separation agreement was never recorded. It wasn't. Now, we had originals that we could use. I had to have a free trader agreement so I could buy and sell property in my personal name, and she could do the same while we're in the separation. But that's not recorded. So, and I hate to say this, you can't trust anybody when they say that. Oh no, that was my property according to the separation agreement. They could be lying through their teeth. So, first thing is, I got to get a copy of that. And I'll tell them that. I'll say, listen, I understand that they did you wrong, all that. We're coming up to a couple weeks here before the foreclosure. We got to take care of this. So, I'm going to need a copy of the separation agreement. Let me get that before I even send the paperwork to you. And if it says what she says, I know I can get clear title pretty easy. If that was the agreement that she got the property, I know I can get clear title on it. Now check with your attorney, guys, because in some areas, the reason that hasn't been deeded over yet is they're still in a separation period where it's not a really quick divorce state, right? It's not Vegas or something like that. It's like North Carolina where you have to wait a year. Okay. Where that agreement stands But some of them don't like transferring that property until the end of that, because basically they're hoping that the couple's going to get together. That's that year, that separation agreement time. It's supposed to be kind of a cooling off period, where it's basically legislated, and a legislation attempt, a legal attempt to get people to come back together before actually pulling the trigger on a divorce. I mean, that's the whole point of a cooling off period, really, a separation period. But without that, you don't know if it's true. Now, I got no deed, I got nothing. It's an overage situation, but I have a separation agreement that says it was hers. I can make that fly. I can work with just her. We're good. We're good. Okay? Long as I have that separation agreement. Especially if it says he was supposed to pay and he didn't. The reason you got to have that is when you go to collect the overage, you're going to have a copy of that your attorney can use to tell the court, hey, I know it says both the names on the deed, but here was the deal right here. And you don't even have to get into he was supposed to do this and he didn't, and da-da-da. You don't have to get into that crap. You don't have to get into that. Okay? You just show the separation agreement that she's supposed to get the property in the agreement, and don't even get into the argument he was supposed to pay stuff and he owes her, and you don't have time to do that. Okay? Here's the other deal. Let's say they have a separation agreement. Okay? Hold on a second. Now that was for overages, so the time period there is no expiration time here. We're not running against the clock. But you can show them what happened, what was supposed to happen, and the court's gonna look at that and go, okay, it's kind of like a joint tenants with rights to survivorship deal, in that ownership was transferred. In this case, it was just an agreement though, and he didn't die. So anyway, that's that part of it. Let's say you're dealing with a deed that has both their names on it, and you're trying to flip this property, and he hasn't paid his side, and it's both their names on the deed, and you don't know what to do. Well, with the separation agreement, you can certainly prove she was supposed to have it. Okay, you can do that. What you got to remember is you also want to look at how payments were made or not made, and hopefully they're both on the mortgage, so that you can get the spouse to find out about that, just in case you have to defend your position. Okay, we can go, look, not only was it in the agreement that the deed was supposed to be just in her name, but there was another issue here, which was he did not do his part. He was in breach of the agreement. So that's just like another nail in the coffin that, yes, it was hers, and he better go away, because he's trying to make money off of something he didn't pay into that he was supposed to, right? But in that case, if they were both on a mortgage, you want a power of attorney from her that allows you to get information from the bank on the payments were not or were made. Guys, you don't need this. I like getting stuff like that just in case the guy comes out of nowhere, and I go, hey, not only was she supposed to get the property, but here's a list, here's a statement showing you didn't do your part. So technically, not only can I deal with her to buy the property, but she can come back and sue you for what you didn't pay and the position you put her in. But she's willing to back away from that if you just shut up and leave. You didn't do your part. She's going to make some money in a situation where you put her in a position where she's in a rough spot. Thanks, guys.